Bankman-Fried has been released on $250 million bond after a federal court appearance yesterday, while he awaits trial on criminal charges related to the collapse of his crypto exchange. Terms set by the federal judge call for Bankman-Fried to remain under house arrest at his parents' home in Palo Alto, California, which has been pledged as security on the bond, plus surrender his passport, wear a monitoring device. His next hearing set for January 3. Jim, the judge's rationalization was that he has sufficient notoriety, meaning it would be difficult for him to either engage in further schemes or hide.
Yeah, I thought that was reasonable. I mean, I think that was big, obviously the biggest bail ever. To go with his parents, though, I mean, we don't know what role they played. We don't know what role Ms. Ellison's parents played. We don't know anything about these stuff. One of the reasons why I'm upset, and I think the SEC should be a little more over these things, is when we look at a filing of a stock, we know who owns it. We don't know what this guy is. I do know that, again, the faith of the American people shocked. Just shocked. I mean, I still think that, crypto, I sold my crypto. I announced everything on TV, what I did with crypto. But I would not touch crypto in a million years. Because
the distinction between centralized, decentralized.
They fought regulation, they didn't want regulation, and you don't have regulation. So if you have your money in any of those, look, I'm not calling you an idiot. I'm just saying you're using a lot of blind faith. And I like to have my money at JP Morgan, and I check on Monday to see whether my balance is there. Or it's there. It feels good. Try getting your money out. Well, I'm not going to mention the firm that I had my money in, but it was a fight to get the money out. A fight. And I think that everybody who owns these various coins, Solana, Litecoin, I do think you're an idiot. Okay? I did not go to college to get stupid. These people who own these things should not own them. They shouldn't own them.
Well, and now we got Gensler talking to the Times, arguing that the existing laws may be sufficient, even though a lot of these guys.
I said that. Why don't you come on and enforce them? Do a big sweep. They have to stop having people creating money, Carl. It's the creation of money by Cretans. I don't think Cretans should create money and then suck people in. These are worse than even the worst NASDAQ stocks. And yet there we are. We've got them up there. Litecoin. How about Darkcoin? Solana. I don't know. How about Selena? It doesn't matter.
One interesting tidbit from the Times today is that Ellison and Wong entered their guilty pleas on Monday, but they didn't docket it because they didn't want to tip him off before actually getting him back in this country.
Well, I mean, boy, they turned pretty quick. They're friends. I mean, they just flipped.
Yep.
I mean, they flipped so quickly, and we're not done. I mean, there's going to be a big sweep of all these firms because these firms are in many ways tied in with each other to keep the price up. And I know that, and so is the SEC. And they owe us a sweep.
We're going to find out, obviously, more on the...
So, on September 12th, Jamie Dimon says Bitcoin is a fraud. He says he'll fire any one of his traders buying Bitcoin. Bitcoin drops 24%. When Jamie Dimon speaks, people listen. So that weekend, we found out that the largest buyer of a Bitcoin fund that's in Europe that buys physical Bitcoin, right? The largest buyer was Morgan Stanley and JP Morgan. And that's not illegal.
He says it's a fraud.
It says he'll fire anyone that buys it. Yes.
And at the same time, his company is buying it.
His company is buying it.
It's just, so unethical.
We're going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort And China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. The New World Order book is going to show you how the world really works. And it's definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. I told you at the beginning of the year, in the first quarter of 2022, we was going to have an event that was going to bring us down. And then also in the fourth quarter, we would have an event that would bring us down. That's exactly what happened. And now I'm going to tell you, in the first quarter, we're going to have an event that's going to bring us down in 2023. And then also in the fourth quarter of 2023, we're going to have another main event. Now, of course, guys, the markets are still going to be pumping and dumping until they get ready to pull the full rug. But I'll let you know when that's about to happen. Now, also, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 kids books. It's time to get re-educated. And also, much love to those who donate to the Cash Shop and Patreon. And in my Patreon, I keep you up to date with the New World Order events. Also, I give you the New World Order cryptos in the Patreon. Of course, you have to do your own research. But this next bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure that you have the cryptos that have utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
We had Bitcoin and crypto slightly move up. As I'm doing this video, though, guys, we are pulling back. Don't forget we have options. So I definitely see us pulling back. But don't forget, guys, it's the holiday. So Monday, everything is going to be closed. So I definitely see us getting some slight liquidity coming in on Sunday. I'm not your financial advisor, not financial advice. Please do your own research. And the key is your own research. And guys, we have Jim Cramer on Sam Bankman-Fried. The bank man is out on $250 million bail. And guys, we know he only has to put up 10% of that. But he gets to fly to California and live with his parents, kick his feet up, play PlayStation, Xbox, and finish up the derivatives plan. Now, we had Jim Cramer say he had a tough time getting his Bitcoin out, and you're an idiot if you hold cryptos. And guys, we know this is nothing but the Hegelian dialectic. We've seen this movie before. And I put out a short video yesterday. Make sure you go check out the shorts, showing how automation is going to go through the economy. And we know the robots, algorithms, and drones need crypto. And the fact is that McDonald's commercial went viral. That algorithm put it up at the top for a reason, because they want the masses to see it. If they see it, they're going to believe it. Now, guys, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We do have yields rising today, but we know yield rates are well off the highs. Also, make sure you're paying attention to the actual inverted yield curve. And then we have the dollar slightly down. We have Tether, we have USDC, and then, of course, we have the Fed. Repo still over $2 trillion, and we know they're going to continue on raising rates and run off the balance sheet. Make sure you watch the video I did last night. And I know when I talk about the Fed, they are definitely boring videos, but they are meaningful. It's not the excitement of the Trump videos, the actual Sam Bankman-Fried videos, but those are all distractions. What's really controlling everything is the Fed, and that's how they keep the eyes off of them, because no one cares about finances. It's boring, but you know the crypto teacher tries to make it sexy. And we know when Jerome is in the house, we all should be listening. Now we know what the central banks are going to do. They're going to destroy this legacy market, bring the American people to their knees. Remember, they've already done a test run. People sitting at home getting free money. And we know they caused the problem, wait for the reaction, and run in with their solution. And we know their solution is the robots, algorithms, and drones taking over the economy, paying each other with crypto, the sheep going inside the metaverse, and getting free money, universal basic income. But little do they know, these stablecoin CBDCs are programmable, telling you what, where, and when and how to buy. You have 3 to 6 months to spend it, or poof, it's gone. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, don't forget about Grayscale at about $14.835 billion. Now, getting over into a little crypto news, we have the International Chess Federation checks into Web3 with avalanche integration. And we know NFTs and gaming is going to help the NWO move this digital transformation forward, especially when you're talking about tokenization, because you'll be able to play against anyone in the world and then also getting paid. And lastly, we have FTX asked bankruptcy judge to stop BlockFi from claiming Robinhood shares. And you know I bought up Robinhood shares even before the bankruptcy. FTX has a lot of assets. And remember, guys, all these big banks and big corporations who were funding the Bankman, and they went silent. They wrote off the money that they lost. This is unheard of. And no one is bringing charges against him overseas. And remember, 95% of his business was overseas, not in the U.S. Like I told you guys, the Bankman was working for the NWO, getting this $100 trillion market on blockchain and being ran by an algorithm. We heard it from the CFTC. LedgerX was not in bankruptcy. We heard it from John Ray. We heard it from Kevin O'Leary. All of them bought up LedgerX. The reason why? Because the Bankman was working on the 4th Industrial Revolution. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows, when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you, don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, if new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance, and not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys, don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks to see where the biotech stocks, and while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.